Performer in the San Francisco Bay Area. I've had the chance to play with the new Topsy-Turvy soda bottles from Wacko Magic for the last couple of weeks, and I'm actually really pleased with what I got for the money. I'm making this quick video because I know a lot of people out there are wondering what these bottles are like. Are they really as good as they're being advertised as? And I'd like to say yes, they are. They have made a lot of improvements at Wacko Magic with this classic, this standard effect. The first being that you don't have to have special bottles anymore that match a gimmick. The bottles are literally can be bought at your local store. You can go in, buy a 6-pack of Coca-Cola, and you're ready to go. In fact, the really nice thing about this is that to kind of throw people off, you can hand these bottles out afterwards, which is really nice. You can pop it open, drink it yourself, and invite the person who's helping you with the effect to pop one open and drink it themselves. So you're really kind of starting off on a much stronger foot. Comes with a really nice little routine if you want to present it that way. I came up with a really quick handling just for a video, just so you can see it being used. A lot of people like to see the props used. I made a quick video using just one tube and one bottle that gives you an idea of what the prop looks like in action. I do have a couple of shows coming up that I'm going to be using this in, that I'm going to try and grab some footage for, so you can see that as well. I'll put it up there as well to have you guys see that. One of the things that I will also say about the fact that you're using these bottles as opposed to glass bottles is that you no longer have to worry about age of the person you're using. You can use a small child. You can give them all this. This is durable. It's not going to dent if you dropped it. Granted, if you dropped it a lot on a really rough surface, it will eventually start to look not as nice, but it's not going to dent the same way that the old Topsy-Turvy bottles were made. So you really are starting off with very lightweight, very durable, and you can even have people buy these if you want. You just tell them that they have to get the 16-ounce bottles of Coca-Cola, and you're set to go. So I really can't say enough about the Topsy-Turvy bottles. I hope you give them a chance and enjoy. Being opened from either end. During transit, the box could be handled in a manner that is, shall we say, not desired. It can be tossed, turned, and shaken. In the past, if a box is brought into a store and it gets turned around on end, and you didn't notice it until after you ripped open the box, well, you were faced with having to take everything out the wrong way and spend time making it all right again. It's not the biggest pain, but it's one nonetheless. With this cylinder, if it came in upside down, it really doesn't matter, because the bottle will always point up. Now, you may have not paid attention to that, so let me show you again, and watch closely. It's pointing up, it's pointing down, it's pointing up, and it's pointing down, but it's not. It doesn't matter how many times you do it, it'll always point up. Let me show you one more time. This time I'll show you putting it in upside down. And as slowly as possible, I will show you exactly what happens. It is pointing down, so it's now pointing up. One more time, it's pointing down, but it's not. No matter how many times you do this, it'll always point up. I can go back and forth, around and around. The bottle will always point up. And the really, really cool thing is that if you have a hard time understanding what's happening, they are also at this time including a very simple working model. It's really just a piece of paper. It's not much, but if you were to take this and form a cylinder, you would start to understand exactly what's happening here. But you have to make sure you always form the cylinder just right, because if you roll it the wrong way, like I just did, you would create a multiplying cylinder, which is something completely different. I hope you enjoyed seeing this brand new multi-directional cylinder